All right, guys, welcome back. I'm glad I went through and covered cutlass on the last video, because if I hadn't, this window would have definitely invited some of that terrible, awful, no good weather in. So with that, I've gone through, I've cleaned off that terrible, awful, no good weather for now. And I'm going to see what parts that we can actually strip from this thing that are going to be pretty decent. I went through and pulled out these rallies just so I could have more access to the inside of the cab, because that's where I was keeping them. I've got full beauty rings on that one, no center cap for that one, sadly, but I've got the center cap with no outer beauty ring. And that one has all of the 5 interior beauty rings, but no center cap or exterior. But it looks like we do have some in here that hopefully smaller. Too small. Let's keep trying. Here's a old Pontiac, so that just tells me that we're just kind of using whatever we could have thrown at this thing. I'm not entirely too sure what in the hell this is, but yeah, it looks like we do have some pretty decent usable parts here. Not everything's perfect, but it's definitely old, it's worn, it's falling apart. So genuinely, while I'm digging through this, all I'm smelling, it feels like, is ages of mice or squirrels. Oh yeah, here's our radio. Okay. We're leaking out through the bottom. Oh no, boys and girls. We got our old bush can. This should date this thing. Let's see. Oh man. Let's try and, we're using the flat top cans. I don't even think there's, let's see. Okay. I'm not sure. It looks, if anybody knows what that is, but this is a severely old bush can. Moving on. Here's our air filter. Hell yeah. Nice little air filter. Good to have that. Well, not the filter itself, but the housing. Nice to have, so I don't have to spend extra money. It's already off. I can repaint it after I sand it down. Hopefully still in decent condition. This bench seat, just comes right out, thankfully. Okay, so here, hang on, let me, and I dropped you immediately. Well, this bench seat, thankfully, I thought it was going to be a lot harder to come out. Thankfully, it just came right on out. Getting it out is the hard part, I suppose. Oh yeah. That fell sometime while I was doing that. So, the vinyl is definitely cracked, but you know, I mainly bought it for this frame. Hopefully this frame cleans up pretty easily. Doesn't look like it's too bent. I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to be even at this point. Oh, this isn't even this is a Ford. Well, here's that old can of gasoline from the last video. Let's take a look at that. It's kind of cool. This might be something I keep in the garage. I don't know. Just for shits and giggles. What do you guys think? Should I keep it? This is definitely a little piece of history here, I guess. Not really history, but is this the... What is this? I don't know. There's so much back here that's just... Okay. That's this for this over here behind me. So that makes sense. Or at least a little bit of sense. But yeah, the floorboards, floor pans are completely gone. Here's a can of Milwaukee's Best. Once again, just old cans. Yeah, there's a good amount of proof that this hasn't really moved in years on years, because I think this looks to me to be one of the first ECMs. Oh, is this it? Is this the... we are in business. That is awesome. I am glad that I found that. I was super bummed that I was missing this out of the dash because, and forgive me here, but I'm just going to use a little bit of my juice here. I'm just going to use a little bit of my juice here. Sorry about that. I dropped my earbud. And we're just going to, just because I think yeah, this dashboard's going to clean up really good. So yeah, that finding that centerpiece there makes me very happy. Well, oh, can't have that fall into the floorboard. I can't. I say that, but 90% of this thing is falling through the floorboard. I need to get these bucket seats out of here today. So I'm going to go ahead and probably do that after I finish uncovering some of these other treasures that we've got here. I don't think this goes here. I don't know, I could be wrong. Actually, this is, I think, the lower vent. I'm not sure. I can tell you one thing, I am getting a tripod. Oh, look at this. An old Nintendo Zapper for duck hunt. Sitting in the back of the 76 Cutlass. You know, I really had my doubts that this thing had not moved since when these guys said it did. But at this point, I'm really thinking that it hasn't. I am super stoked about this whole process. All of these parts are going to go to this guy. And if you guys take part in that, if you guys would like to follow the process, because keep in mind, I'm going to be teaching myself the reupholstery end of it. I'm going to be trying to do as much of this as possible, as cheap as possible, because I got both of these cars for a good price, because nobody wanted them, or nobody wanted to take care of them. Follow, like, subscribe, really just toss me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I know right now it's complete rat. It's ratted out. But it's going to get to look better. So if you doubt, even if you doubt, hit that follow button and I'll prove it.